Okay, so we're gonna talk about Jesus for a minute. All right, and you might as well get ready. All right, because I bring truth, and that's what we're about to do right now in these few moments. We're gonna bring truth. Okay, so in Hebrews chapter 5, right? It says that Jesus is a priest forever along the lines of Melchizedek. Now, you remember Melchizedek, he showed up over in Genesis chapter 14, and Melchizedek was a priest of God Most High. So Jesus is a high priest of God Most High also. But get what I'm about to tell you, okay? This is no disrespect to your beliefs or anything, but this is a wake-up call, okay? They're saying right there in Hebrews chapter 5, we're going to go with verses 9, 10, and 11, okay? Being made perfect, this is King James, being made perfect, he became the author and eternal salvation unto all them that obey him, called of God, and high priest after the order of Melchizedek. But look what the next verse says. Of whom we have many things to say. Now, there's a host of heaven, all right, that have many things to say about Jesus, all right, a priest after the order of Melchizedek. But look what it says next. And hard to be uttered. The things that they have to say about Jesus is hard to explain. But look what it says next. Seeing you are dull of hearing. Now, let's check out what the Amplified Bible says about verse 11. It gives us a little bit more clarity because the Amplified Bible brings Greek into the picture and translates a meaning for meaning translation of the verse. Okay, and here it is, right? Verse 11. Now, let's say concerning this, talking about Jesus being along the lines of the order of Melchizedek. Okay, we have much to say, and it's hard to explain. It's hard to explain what they have to say. It's hard to explain what they have to say. What God is saying to us is hard to explain. And then it says this: since you have become dull and sluggish in your spiritual hearing. You're dull and sluggish in your spiritual hearing. We got something to say about Jesus, and it's hard to say because you dull and sluggish in your spiritual hearing. Learn how to hear. Spiritually hear the word, right? There's a shift coming. A shift in the understanding about Jesus. It is coming. It's here. Look, listen to what I'm saying, right? I got a spiritual sword. Check out my introduction. Who does that? What? And it's happening. And you can just go to my site and take the sword right off the screen. You can probably take it out of my hand right there. All right? Look. We gotta speak truth to the world. Truth now is what's needed. Truth now is what's needed to fight evil. We do not fight against flesh and blood. We ain't got to go out and kill nobody. All right? We ain't got to go out and start no wars. We ain't got to do none of that. We must go out and fight spiritual battles. And we do it with this sword. Because demon spirits are all around us. Let me finish. Concerning this, we have much to say, and it is hard to explain, since you have become dull and sluggish in your spiritual hearing and disinclined to listen. You didn't want to hear. You didn't want to listen, okay? But guess what? The shift on the planet is coming. You better listen, all right? there's something that needs to be said about Jesus that hasn't been said yet. Wake up.